Going on to the Cultural Proud podcast, you have Planet Fitness going viral for allowing a biological man to shave in a woman's locker room in front of a child. They actually then punished the woman who reported it, which shows you how mentally and culturally vacuous we are in the United States these days. Again, a changing room, a locker room with a woman's locker room with a child in it, and the person who gets in trouble is the woman who reported the incident. Is that... I can't fathom anyone who would comprehend that that's an acceptable thing. Now, going to the actual post from Lives of TikTok, and she actually includes an update, and she says, quote, "Update, the woman who exposed a man shaving in the Alaska Planet Fitness women's locker room was a 12-year-old present, just had her membership revoked. Why is Planet Fitness prioritizing man with a P word, or penis, using a woman's private space over women's and girls' safety," unquote. I actually do have, let's see here, a video from the gal who reported it, as well as they did include the picture of the mentally vacuous man who, again, went into a woman's bathroom with children present and proceeded to shave. Without further ado.
Good morning at 8 degrees below zero in Fairbanks, Alaska. Day 2 of Planet Fitness saga. I came in Monday. There's a man in the women's locker room shaving. A little girl sitting in the corner. She could have been 12 years old. I don't know how old she was. In a towel. Kind of freaked out that there's a man shaving in her locker room. Well, I was offended. I took a picture of him and I asked him, "Why are you there? You're a man with a penis. Why are you in the women's locker room?" And he justified by saying, "I'm queer LGB." And I said, "You shouldn't be in the women's locker room." Well, I left. And as I said this morning, I got canceled. Planet Fitness is defending the man in the women's locker room, the man with the penis, rather than the child sitting in the corner with a towel wrapped around her. So people, I just want you to know, this is weird. It's not good. It's rather disturbing. So I would like for you women to stand up and have a voice and stop the shenanigans. You have authority. Use your authority. I took that picture because I felt like I was in an unsafe space. And so I'm probably going to go report this to the police today, but I just want to tell Samantha and Joe that work there and own it, thank you so much for canceling my membership. You saved me the trip. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
And you know Planet Fitness is virtue signaling, as the youth might say, because they canceled someone's membership. If you look at a gym, usually you have to move heaven and earth to get your membership canceled. It's one of the highest rates of people buy it and do nothing in any industry. I mean, look at any January, that's when they make all their money. Everyone signs up, and then they never show up. So it's just pure profit. And to cancel it, a lot of them, they won't let you do it over the phone or email. You have to go there physically and fill out a bunch of BS paperwork. It's one of the most difficult things to cancel. And usually, because the profits is a tough industry to be in, for them to actually cancel someone, that's saying something. Now, again, there's a picture I'll include of the mentally and morally vacuous man. I love how that's so disgusting. He uses the defense of he's LGBT. Is he insinuating that all of them are like that? Because that is certainly not the case. I mean, one of the most viral handles or profiles on X Twitter is Gays Against Groomers. Because again, they're not a monolith, and the LGBT, a lot of them, again, it's not just, they're not all into this. Because again, give me one good reason why a biological man should be in a woman's locker room, especially when there are children there. That's adding insult to injury, and the child is in a towel. I mean, you change in a locker room. Why is he there? I can't fathom a world where that is all appropriate. It's even more astonishing. I guess modern society, we shouldn't be too surprised that Planet Fitness took this policy, or they chose their actions. And this went viral, to say at least. It got 7 million views and 51,000 likes on X Twitter. And a little repeat of the video. It's almost undescribable how disgusting this is. Because what if the child is changing? It's a locker room. People are changing there all day. And I don't want to say it looks weird, but Yeah, he kind of looks creepy. Now, granted, not much. Maybe I don't have much ground to stand on with my looks. Point taken. But I'm also, well, I actually have a home gym, but I also go into the men's locker room where I belong. Now, I can't help but think this Planet Fitness, I don't know if there'll be a boycott, because again, it's one of those difficult things to actually cancel in terms of a membership, because you have to fit, most gyms, it's not just Planet Fitness when it comes to the policy of it's seemingly impossible to cancel your membership, but you have to, most instances, they'll make it so prohibitively difficult, it is almost easier just to call up your credit card company and say, hey, this place is scamming me, they won't allow me to quit. They're making me jump through all these hoops and they still won't let me do it. And it's a cliche as old as time. I think they even joked about this on Friends back in the 90s. Now, going to the comments section, you have Elon actually chiming in simply with an exclamation point, getting 3.3 thousand likes. Now, Paul Zazupa says, quote, Planet Fitness is taking a marching orders from the woke mob. Members who are getting sexually assaulted are getting punished. Meanwhile, the predators with the approved identity are getting defended. Why would any woman want to be a member of Planet Fitness? I'm quoting 1.4 thousand likes, which, yeah, I wouldn't. The bathroom is supposed to be a place where you're supposed to feel safe. You shouldn't have to be on guard and constantly paranoid. Just, again, why back the clock 10 years ago, every American would have been against this. And it's astonishing that, again, we'll see if there's any contrarian comments in here, but, I mean, it's not just 2 or 3 people that think that it's okay. There's millions of people who think it's a good thing that this biological man is shaving in a woman's locker room with children present. Now, I would call those people morally, mentally vacuous, but they exist. And they vote. Now, let's see here. SmartX, they have a lot of flags. So SmartX, England flag, Sweden flag, Brazil flag, USA flag, says, quote, Dad of the Year, and is a picture of a man, or a dad and his daughter. And the text says, quote, a man followed a girl into the bathroom saying he identified as a woman. The man's teeth were knocked out by the girl's father, who identified as a tooth fairy, unquote, getting 2,000 likes. Now, for the record, I should say, for this particular incident, I don't think you should ever, for this particular instance of the man who was shaving in the woman's locker, I don't think, I don't condone violence, yada yada. I think he should be ratioed on Twitter, and if you see him verbally made fun of, perhaps. Now, Gilden6 says, quote, everyone with a membership at Planet Fitness now has a moral obligation to cancel and boycott. Women and girls deserve safe spaces. There's no room for negotiation for that, unquote, getting 2.9 thousand likes. Well, 2.9 thousand and one likes, since I did like that right now. You have Ryan Ferner saying, quote, canceled, and he canceled his Planet Fitness membership, getting 2.8 thousand likes. Kenzie Marie says, quote, it's time to Bud Light this garbage business, get it trending, unquote, getting 899 likes. Now, Valentin Gomez, it says, women under attack, boycott Planet Fitness, getting 1.3 thousand likes. Now, the issue is, I believe it's 92, is in the 90 percentage, or 90 plus percent of all their sales come in January every single year. And then a couple people quit. So again, if this wants to have a long-term substantial impact on the business, it needs to realistically take place December, January, this coming, or next year. Now that being said, I mean, canceling again still hurts the company immensely, but it's like a gift card thing. So many people buy and never use it. So it'll be interesting to see how many people actually try to boycott it. You have Pismo saying Hussein's legacy, and it's the picture of JFK juxtaposed with Barack Obama. And JFK said, quote, May 1961, I'll put a man on the moon. And Barack Obama, I don't know if this is real. It says, allegedly, it says, I would put a man in the ladies' restroom, unquote, getting 387 likes. Libercat Media TM says, quote, everything woke turns to shit, unquote, getting 528 likes. Old School Eddie says, quote, this mindset that endangers women sickens me, getting 262 likes. The Doppelganger says, quote, I do not recognize the world we live in today. This is pure evil, and they are trying to get the good people with light removed everywhere. We have to stand strong and unite, guys. We cannot let evil win. Unquote, getting 365 likes. Red Wave Press, it gets A+ for marketing. The profile picture is, in fact, of a red wave, though it could only be better if it was actually falling or cascading onto an old vintage printing press. But nevertheless, still a good profile picture. And Red Wave Press says, quote, utterly disgusting. Why didn't the man hanging in the woman's restroom have his membership revoked? This is utter insanity. Follow if you agree, unquote, getting 785 likes, which again, shows their dedication in Planet Fitness. You know where they align. Vote with your dollar appropriately. You have another one. Delcy says she canceled her Planet Fitness, getting 398 likes. What's her name says, quote, my daughter and I use Planet Fitness, and I'm so disappointed to see this. I don't know which is worse, allowing a man in a locker room where a 14-year-old girls are changing, or punishing a woman for calling it out. Hopefully we can find another gym nearby, getting, unquote, getting 328 likes. Frank Rizzo says, quote, just canceled my Planet Fitness membership. We do it online, or you can do it online. I have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to men in women's locker rooms, bathrooms, etc. Disgusting. I got 614 likes, and if that's truly the case, you could cancel online. That might be more detrimental than I thought. Because again, a lot of these gym members, it's prohibitive. A lot of them will actually force you to come in the building, go there, fill out copious amounts of paperwork. Because again, they want to make it hard to quit, so that you just give up, you don't quit, and they get your money for you not using the service. Let's see here. Do a couple more here. Joshua Walker says, quote, well, it's nice knowing Planet Fitness. You would hate if the Josie Swoll caught wind of the situation, getting 364 likes. Oh, the Planet, what is this? Branos says, don't believe their advertising. They don't care about you. And it's the old meme of the guy, that and then that. And if Planet Fitness, he goes that to health, and Planet Fitness to the trans flag with the health word, and it goes, yeah, and they got 94 likes. I'm pretty sure this is the same place that, it's the same place that doesn't want you to lift weights because they have that little alarm. So actually, if you actually push yourself at Planet Fitness and try to break a sweat, alarms go off in the weight room. And they also give you pizza to fatten you up. So it's really not a place to actually get in shape. They don't want, if you're moderately in shape, they really don't want you there. You don't see a lot of people transforming their lives of the body at Planet Fitness, as far as I've seen. Now again, any exercise is better than none, obviously. But they have alarms if you lift too much. I remember you just grunt, which again, if you make noises, you don't have to be bombastic or scream like extraordinary if you're lifting a weight, but you're going to make a little noise. And they don't want that there. They want you to make no noise, because you do nothing at Planet Fitness. It's the Planet Fitness way. Perhaps so that you never actually get in shape and you just have your membership forever. Perhaps. You also have Odd Sauce saying, quote, Planet Fitness, our groomers, unquote, getting 170 likes. Let's see here. RY says, why are you shaving at the gym? I thought it was a place to exercise, not a homeless shelter, unquote, getting 29 likes, which, I'm going to have to strike that, or I don't think that's, again, it's not the act of shaving, it's where are you shaving? You're supposed to do that in the men's locker room, which, again, a lot of people I know work out in the morning, you get a good workout in, you'll shave before work. I mean, back when I had a day job, or when I worked for a company, when I worked at Hewlett Packard, they had a nice gym inside the building, so I go there, work out, shave, then walk over to my cubicle in my suit, because as we all know, men always suit up, obviously. So I'm not sure. He says it's not homeless. Yeah, so I only got 29 likes, but again, got ratioed to say the least, or vindicated to say the least, since these are all in support of libs at TikTok. And again, I need to perhaps start following more people who are politically leftist. I have a couple, and they usually respond, but I mean, in this case, and again, there are thousands of comments. We just went through, or I scrolled through maybe a couple hundred, and I mean, we're not seeing any contrarian statements. But again, there are millions of people who believe not only this okay, but they think it's a good thing. So it'd be interesting to see kind of what their defense is. If you go to Planet Fitness page, I'm kind of curious if they're already getting. So their last tweet was February 12th, and it's about some gal saying her bestie going to the gym to work out, although she's dressed in business clothing, and she doesn't have a gym bag, so I don't know how you're gonna change. But I bet they're ratioed already in the comments. Yep. So yeah, all the comments of the last one. Again, this is from February 12th, the little video from Planet Fitness. All the comments are all talking about how they canceled this gal's gym membership for reporting this guy, and they're also, I actually like that myself, sending out the picture of the man who was shaving in a woman's restroom at Planet Fitness, and specifically a locker room, with the girl inside. So it'll be interesting to see again. It looks like you can just cancel online, so the barrier to cancel is not too high. It might have a dent in their sales, and I can't help but wonder, kind of look at the stock trend, see what that looks like. They actually recently ousted their longtime CEO, who started by not literally sweeping the floors. I think he was a janitor, but decades long of career progression. And I was kind of shocked. Let me see here. Stock price, Planet Fitness. Now, if you look at last week's trend, it's about down negative 5.72%. I mean, however, that being said, there can be many contributing factors. I think that definitely is one of them, but you also have another news related to it was, they also noted that, let's see here, 19,178 shares of Planet Fitness were purchased by government management. Let's see. Also, articles about how customers aren't paying for it. The increase in membership isn't as much. Foot traffic. So again, it'll be interesting to see how many people actually do cancel their memberships, and if this does increase in virality and kind of keep the trend going. Because again, an overwhelming majority of boycotts, especially for people on the right, don't work. The only one I've really seen in the past decade that's had any modicum of success was Bud Light, when they had the business blunder of the century by paying Bill Mulvaney $185,000 to lose them $1.4 billion, which, again, that can does belong in a museum. But I mean, most other boycotts, they're short. They're short. They're fleeting. They barely last at all. So it'll be interesting to see. Again, we see a couple parallels where you have kids affected. So I think that's going to cause more people to participate in this boycott. But so it'll be interesting. Let me know. Do you think this will have a substantial impact on their stock? Will it actually cause the company to really feel it? Maybe they'll reverse their policy. As always, it'll be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, take the time to give me a like or thumbs up or thumbs down. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, as well as sharing the video to help the YouTube algorithm. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.